everybody. So I can see that we've got some people joining. Hi. So today, I'm not sure if you've seen, but we're going to be speaking to someone very special. She is a double achiever. Not only does she work for the Children's Society, but she's taking part of one of our cool new fundraising challenges. So we'll hear a little bit about that later. But hi everybody, whether you've watched this before, whether you've actually come from another group, or you just kind of wanted to see what it was about. Welcome to everybody. If you are new, and even if you are a long time listener, viewer, I can already see Mike. That was our amazing last week's guest. So if you are new, if you are viewing, please do give a comment. Tell us how you found us and just really introduce us yourself, because I love to give you a shout out and I would love to find out more from you guys. So if you've not viewed one of these sessions before, this is the 14th, I think. And it's basically, this all started when we all got put into lockdown in the UK. And we kind of thought we needed a new way of connecting with our audiences. So that's our supporters like you, or it's people who work for the Children's Society, or people who are just a little bit interested about us. We needed to find new ways of talking to you guys, but also keeping you guys up to date on everything that's happening, how we're coping, how we're adapting to reach and help more young people. And also like our plans for the future, because I don't want to say it, but there's going to be a new normal soon. So how are we going to fit in with that? How are we going to be able to help? Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot more young people who will need our help. So it's how we're going to reach them and how we're going to get your support and other people's support, but also the little things that we're doing behind the scenes to do with policy, campaigning, fighting for more help from the government. This is the forum where we can update you guys, but also you can feed back and let us know what you want to hear more about. Ask us any questions and I will try to answer them best I can. If not, I'll get somebody who's more intelligent than me to answer them. So I've got Charlie has just commented. Hi, Charlie. So he's been watching since the beginning. Thank you. Somebody stuck with me. He's been volunteered for 7 years before coming into the Children's Society as a campaigns apprentice. That's incredible. So I would love to talk more about that scheme on another session, because I think that is a really, really incredible thing to do. And unfortunately, it's not shouted out about enough. How you can go from a volunteer and really be motivated by your passion. And you guys, like you, Charlie, are the people that we need to work for us and to shout out about us. Hi, Ruth, as well. I believe she's a relationship manager. I can't remember. Ruth, can you tell me where you are, what relationship manager location you are? Because I always forget and it's really bad of me. So yeah, carry on shouting out. So next few weeks, we're going to be having some young people on board, which I'm super excited about. So once that's 100% confirmed, I'll post it in the group so you guys can share about it. But we're going to be speaking directly to some young people who have benefited from the money that you guys raise and what they're doing at the moment. So don't talk about it too much because it's just too exciting and I want to make sure I get it right. But anyway, so without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce Hannah. Hi, Hannah.
Hi.
So Hannah is a relationship manager. She's also a trustee at Home Start in Suffolk, and she's also a 50 miles challenger. So I can't fit that all on the little title at the bottom because that's just too many words. But hey, Hannah, how are you?
Yeah, I'm really good, thank you. It's quite strange to be on the other side of this chat because I'm normally tuning in every week. and watching it, but I'm really glad to be a guest today.
Oh, perfect. Well, when we were thinking about what we should do for this week, we were like, Hannah's been watching, so I know she has time for me. But it's really nice to hear that you've been watching it, but also that you are so excited to be on the other side, because, everybody who's watching at home, we want to hear more from them as well. So it's really exciting to have you on. So we've brought Hannah on today because not only is she ridiculously knowledgeable about the Children's Society, but she's also, like I said, she's a challenger. Now, at the beginning of July, the Children's Society started a 50 miles in July challenge. So you could walk or run it, and you just had to do 50 miles, doing the amazing challenge of doing 50 miles. And you're not you're not like racing against other people for times. It's a challenge for yourself, but also you can get people to sponsor you. So Hannah took up the challenge, which we will be speaking about more later, about that incredible achievement, because we are 8 days in to the challenge. And if anybody is watching who is doing the challenge as well, please do write your name, kind of shout out about it in the comments, because I'd love to give you a little bit of a shout out. So like we normally do, I'm going to do the 60-second question round. Hannah, what did you say that it should be called? I can't remember.
Quick fire quiz.
Quick fire quiz. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do the quick fire quiz. And as much as, I really respect Mark, our CEO, I do want someone to beat him. Please try and get past 18.
Okay.
I'm rooting for you. Okay. I'm just going to get my timer, my flashy timer, which is literally on my phone. Okay. So 1 minute on the clock. Can you do it? Okay. Go. Still or sparkling?
Still.
White or brown bread?
Brown.
Favorite childhood TV show?
Simpsons.
City or country?
Country.
Broccoli or cauliflower?
Broccoli.
Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
Board games or video games?
Board games.
Cowboys or aliens?
Cowboy.
Fiction or non-fiction?
Non-fiction.
Books or movies?
Movies.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Favorite junk food?
Pizza.
What do you order at fish and chips?
Cod and chips.
First job?
Lifeguard.
Rural or urban?
Rural.
Last thing you ate?
Banana.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
You just got 18. Okay. It's fine. You're on top of the leaderboard. I'm going to put you above Mark. So Mark, you're going to have to come back on and try and retain your title, because Hannah is coming for you. Well, I'm ecstatic about that. So thank you for doing that. Mark, if you're watching, please don't tell Hannah off or anything. So one of the reasons why we wanted to have you on is because, like I said, not only have you been working for the Children's Society for a while, but you've taken on this new challenge. So I just want to talk a bit about what is your job at the moment? So what do you do for the Children's Society?
Yeah, so I've been working for the Children's Society for just over a year now. My job title is Relationship Manager. And what that means really is our role is to support all of those people that support us in communities. So we have 10 regional areas where there's each relationship manager in each of those areas. And we work with the wonderful fundraising committees and groups that we have in each of our regions to support them in the incredible work they do, or the events they plan. and we work with our community volunteers as well, who will speak for us and to raise awareness of the work of the charity. And we recognise that people will get involved with the Children's Society through various ways. So it could be time, money, giving their voice, or maybe prayer as well. So we try and work to support people in each of those areas. And yeah, it's a really varied job, actually. It's kind of hard to summarise in a nutshell, but probably that term I use, that we're supporting those who support us, is the best way to sum it up, really.
I love that. I love that phrase, actually, because I think sometimes it goes amiss how much we do need to be there for the people that are so lovely and giving up their time. And you guys do an amazing job. And I know, like, you guys always watch every week, and I love you guys. You're like my fan group. Your TCS's fan group, which I love. So, you know, that job sounds, like you said, it sounds quite a lot, and it involves a lot of your time, but also a lot of your kind of dedication. So some people may be like, why have you committed to doing a huge challenge, which is, so you finish your work and then you have to go and do a run for the place that you work for? What drove you to do that?
Yeah, I guess it's a mixture of things really coming together all at the same time. So with our role as relationship managers, we're based within our communities, and we're usually spending a fair bit of our time travelling because we're meeting our supporters and volunteers face to face. And with everything that's been going on, that hasn't been possible. So I've actually had, I guess it feels like I've had a bit more time because I've not been travelling as much. So it was partly the fact I felt like I had a bit more time kind of when I finished work at home to go out for a run and that sort of thing. But probably the most important reason is because working for the Children's Society, I get to see, and colleagues like yourself and my other colleagues in the charity, we get to see and hear about the amazing work that goes on. So, I mean, just even following the coffee and chat and listening to the stories of young people directly, like Musa and Alicia, that have both been on the show, I've just found that really inspiring. And I got the pot of gold booklets delivered through, I think it was the day before I decided to sign up for the challenge, and just reading some of those stories about what the young people have used the funding for, it just really kind of motivated me to do something with that time that I've got. It felt like a challenge that I would be able to take on, really.
Yeah, and I think it is that little boost that occasionally we all need to do our own challenges. So for anybody who's watching who's not aware of Pot of Gold, they're a kind of groups of young people that are given, I'm not selling this very well, they're given a kind of a small fund to kind of work with and benefit not only themselves but their community and future young people. And I got the same book, and just reading those stories are incredible, and they motivate me to, you know, put in not only 100% into my work but 150%. But I'm still absolutely bowled over that you and a lot of our other colleagues are actually doing the 50 miles. Have you done anything like that previous? Like, how is the running going for you?
Yeah, no, I've not really done any sort of active challenges before. I kind of dabble in fitness, so I've got a basic level of fitness, I would say. But I've decided that I'm going to try and tackle it by doing little and often. So I've been trying to run sort of between 2 and 3 miles more days than not, and then kind of listening to my body really when it feels right to have a rest day. And I think the great thing about this challenge on the group, which has over 6,000 members now, which is amazing, everyone has their own take on it. So if you do want to do a mixture of running and walking, that's perfectly fine. Some people are purely doing walking, some people are running and they've already finished the challenge, which is also amazing. So it's just a really personal one to take on, which is what I love as well.
Definitely. I mean, I think that's really important as well, that you know, most people who take on these challenges are not fitness experts. They've not run a lot. They're just powered because it's a challenge for themselves, but also because they know it's something that's going to benefit the wider community. I know, yeah, like you said, the group is incredible. So every day there is positive stories, there's funny stories, I feel a bit guilty. I read the comments and I'm like, oh, I haven't done any exercise in 2 weeks. Why didn't I not sign up to the 50 miles challenge? But it's kind of inspired me as well to kind of realize that how incredible these people are, the supporters. Like, most people who come to the Children's Society, either to give their money or their time, at one point they won't have heard of the Children's Society. So it's really lovely to see all these new people who are all there for like one reason, which is really, really lovely to see. So I did actually ask in not only this group, but in the challenge group, some kind of funny stories, because, you know, especially if you're not new, like you're not used to doing exercise, not used to doing running, there's always going to be little funny moments. And, you know, this is a friendly group. This group in particular, I want it to, it's meant to be a very friendly group where you can ask questions, and just kind of feel that community vibe. And which I'm sure you can agree with, Hannah, with community comes, you need to have fun. I don't want to say the thing that everyone says, but there's always fun in fundraising. Get it? Because it's fun, fundraising. Yeah. So I want to do some funny stories that we have been sent in. Now, I'm just going to share some of them for you guys back at home. So we've had a few instances of treadmills. I'm sure if you've been on a treadmill, maybe if you're not like me, you might get a little bit nervous on a treadmill, because new machines and technology do not do well. So we've got these stories. Someone said, couldn't work out why a treadmill didn't work. Tap on the shoulder told me they need to pedal forwards. They were going backwards, which I can imagine is not the most comfortable and confident that you could possibly feel at that moment when you step inside a gym and then you're going the wrong way. Carrie's posted, she's just remembered her first experience in treadmill. It was an open day. She was only young. She may have been a bit too overconfident, and she face planted and slid off the back. Which, oh dear, I can imagine there might be a bit of a bruised ego at the end of that too. And yes, Charlie, I've just seen that you've commented saying you remember sharing a few of these. Yep, I've included you too. So you slid into a river trying to rescue your dog's toy. Now, I think that is admirable. So no funniness there. Fell over whilst hiking and had to basically start again. Oh my gosh, slipped and followed a bowling ball all the way down the alley. Did you even get a strike with that? Like, there's got to be something good out the end. And then took part in an obstacle course. Oh, that's total wipeout. Jumped off the platform, didn't make it onto the first ball, smacked into it and fell straight into the water. Yeah, I can imagine there was a bit of a bruised ego there too. And my favorite one is shared on the group. Now, I'm not sure if anybody out there has had a tanning disaster. I've had a few tanning disasters, but this is an epic one. She went to get tanned, and she needed to go out for a run, went running, rain started. Do you know what that means? It means that you look like you've been tangoed, and not in a nice way. I mean, it looks like you've fallen into some mud. So I don't know what to say, Kaylee. Thank you for sharing that with us. We can all laugh about it now. And I think it's even better that you're wearing a white top. I really am interested to know that if you got that white top clean again, because I've had some disasters with fake tan on carpets and everything, and that does not come out. So please do let us know if any of you have had any embarrassing moments, because they make me laugh, they make you guys laugh, but also it's funny to kind of remember that this is all, there's no point of doing all these challenge stuff if you're not having fun either, because that's the thing that powers you through as well. So please do carry on. Oh, Charlie has commented saying he did get a strike. So that is, do you know what? You've got to applaud that. That's round of applause for you, Charlie. So now one of the main reasons why we do like challenges like this is one, to raise awareness, one, to get like kind of a community going again, especially as you said that after lockdown, we're not really having that community vibe anymore, unfortunately, because like you said, it's quite hard to, well, you're not allowed to go out and see people like you normally would, which I can imagine is quite hard for someone whose whole job is a lot about that. So I'm sure you say this all the time, that any money that is raised through challenges like this or anything else is incredible and really does make a huge difference right now and in the future and young people's future. So am I allowed to ask you how your fundraising's going?
Yeah, no, I'm happy to share about that. Just reflecting on your point as well, it has been, really quite strange for all of us as RMs to adapt to not seeing our supporters in person, but we've tried to, as a team, like other teams in the charity, be innovative where we can. So we have been reaching out for virtual talks and presentations as well. So that's just been another sort of way of learning during lockdown as well. So if anyone would like a talk in their local area or in their church, then feel free to drop us a line in the comments and we can pick that up. Just to go back to my fundraising, I've had a really amazing response to it, actually. I set my initial target quite low because I wasn't really sure how many people would be in a position to support. So I've been really pleasantly surprised at how well the page has done. So I'm on £535 at the moment.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's still active and live. So if anyone would like to do a donation, I'll drop the link in the comments after this chat. But yeah, the notes that people have been leaving on there have been really boosting me along. I feel like when I'm running, I'm just sort of replaying those in my mind, and it keeps me going. It gives me enthusiasm and inspiration to keep going with the challenge when it feels tough. So I just want to say a very big thank you to everyone that has supported me on the fundraising side and sent their best wishes for the challenge as well.
Definitely. I mean, I think even from the other end, so I read all the comments on people's fundraising pages, and this isn't just about the 50-mile challenge. This is about all you guys out there who are doing fundraising for us. And people may think, oh, but I've only raised £10, I've only raised £20. That's still incredible, guys, because we know times out there. But just to see that people want to give what they can give is just incredible, and it's really heartwarming, especially like you said, it's pushing you along and it pushes us back along, back at the Children's Society, because we're like, yes, people are with us, people support us, and they're supporting not only us, but they're supporting the young people. And at the end, that's why we're doing all of this, to give them the future that they've always dreamed of and that they deserve ultimately. So I can really imagine just when you're running along, especially when you're getting to the end, you can see home, your legs are hurting, and then something pops up and you're just like, oh yeah, that person believed in me that I could do it. That must be an incredible feeling. Do you?
Sorry to interrupt you. I was just kind of thinking really and reflecting that actually that belief that people can give in you. That as a charity is what we look to give to the young people we support. Just the fact that someone is believing in them, and it's an amazing feeling.
100%. We've all felt like that, whether we've had a compliment, we've had someone going, like, you're a bit nervous for something, and a loved one says, oh, you know, you can do this, I believe in you. We've all experienced that and know how much that makes a difference to us, and that we always remember those comments. So it is so lovely to see. Do you have any fundraising tips for anybody who's out there who is either doing a challenge or thinking about doing something in the future?
Yeah, I guess my tips would be just be sure to utilize all of your networks to share your page. So I've used my Facebook, my Twitter, my LinkedIn, my Instagram. I've been sharing those platforms so that I capture as many people as I can, really. And sometimes as well, just sort of reaching out with a personal note to someone, maybe friends or family, just explaining a bit more about the challenge. That can sort of really move them to support you as well. And also, as the challenge goes on, I think it's important just to be sharing the progress that you're making too, so people can actually see you're really committed to completing the challenge. And yeah, when they see maybe a sweaty selfie, they might be inclined to see how hard you're working and perhaps give a donation. So I think it's all about sort of keeping your page up to date as much as you can, and yeah, sharing stories from it as well.
I think it's always awkward asking people for money, whether someone owes you money or you are doing something like yourself. But the simple thing of sharing it on your Facebook, we've had a lot of people who've just gone, I can't believe how much money I've raised. I didn't think people would give. And all it took was them to just share it on one of their social media accounts. And you'll be surprised at how many people will spare a bit of their change. And especially as, like, you know, you could say it as in the way, you can't go out and get your normal takeaway coffee near work. So how about donating that to the Children's Society? And yeah, I think that's really, really good advice about keeping people updated, because they want to know. They want to see that sweaty selfie. I mean, no one wants to see my sweaty selfie because I get very, very pink.
Yeah, really, I do as well.
It's awful. Like, all these people are posting selfies of themselves after doing a run, and they look like they've just stepped out of a hairdresser's, like all glowing. How? Maybe we should get someone like that on as well to, like, just share with all of us. How do they do it?
Yeah, no, I just turn into a tomato, but I'm okay with that for now.
It comes to a point where you accept it, isn't it?
Yeah. I think yeah, whatever amount people raise is going to make a difference. So, you know, it all really does add up. It sounds like such a cliche, but it's true. All of the amounts add up to a big total. So just keep on keeping on is my advice.
I think that's wonderful advice, because times, I don't want to say it, but we're in unprecedented times. We don't know what's happening this weekend, let alone next week. So I think whatever people want to do for themselves, as well as, like, helping the community, I think it's incredible. And anybody who has done anything like that just needs a round of applause, because I think we are forgetting that we are living through a crisis moment, a pandemic. So whether that is that you are running 50 miles in July and raising money, whether that is that you've shared something on your Twitter page about a petition, whether you've signed that petition, I think everybody really needs to understand that they're doing incredible things by doing that. So whether you can spare, like, a couple of pounds to someone like Hannah to doing a challenge, whether you can do the challenge yourself or whether it's another action, I think people don't realize how much altogether that means for the future of young people. And then there's people like you, Hannah, who not only do these challenges, but you go out and give support to supporters. So I just want to say that we're all behind you. We're giving our support to you because you're doing above and beyond for these young people. So We're nearly out of time, but I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's watched and will be watching, because again, remember guys, you can rewatch this on our YouTube or our Facebook account. So please do share with your friends. Do share if you think that someone needs a little bit of a nudge to help with their sponsorship page, then really do, because like Hannah said, all it takes is a little bit of a selfie, all it takes is a little bit of a share, and you'll be surprised at your community. So a big thank you to Hannah. Hannah, how many miles have you got left to do?
So I've done 13 so far out of 50. So the plan is to do a run when I finish work today. I'm trying to aim for around 13 miles a week. Yeah.
Well, I just want to share a few, while we can, I want to share a few people who have been doing the challenge as well. So we have got these two guys who posted on Instagram. They've got their trackers, they've got their t-shirt, they're ready to go. We have, oh, where is this? So we have got, I think this is Sarah. She looks really too happy to be doing a run for my liking, but well done. We've got Daisy, who is running with her partner. Now, I don't think I could ever run by myself, let alone with other people. So fair play to you. But even more fun, running with your dogs. I would love to know if people are doing exercise with their dogs and how they're doing. Funnier stories, the better, because I could never run with my dogs. They would 100% pull me over. And last but not least, we've got Gabs. Now she has started her challenge on a hangover. So fair play to you. I would love to hear if that got rid of the hangover or if that helped the hangover, but well done for getting out of bed and going for a run. So round of applause to you, Hannah. Round of applause to all those people as well. So do carry on commenting, and we will, I'll try and answer any of your questions. Hannah is also on the group, so I'm sure she can answer any questions. And like she said, that if anybody is interested in having a talk at one of their, like something to do with their community, whether it's church or a group, etc., do contact Hannah, because it's amazing just to hear it from a first-hand experience. So I'm just going to babble. We are well over time, and I don't take too much of your
time.
Yeah, well, so thank you, Hannah, for everything, and it's a farewell from me and a bye from Hannah too.
Yes, thank you very much for having me as a guest, and yeah, shout out to everyone that is doing this challenge. Good luck for it, and thank you so much to all of our supporters and volunteers. You're all amazing. Bye.
Absolutely incredible. Bye, guys.